today, so yeah, I'm all cozied up. I'm wearing my wee dressing gown because it's quite cold. It isn't too bad now, but it just earlier on it was cold without this heating on. We're in the caravan, so before I ramble on too much, I may introduce this video because yeah. So, hi guys, it's Brookelynne and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, thank you so much for stopping by. I make videos twice a week, so on Tuesdays and on Fridays. And if you're a return subscriber, thank you so much for your continued love and support of my channel. And I'm really hoping you're enjoying my content. So, today, I don't know what I'm doing, like looking all over the place, making sure this angle's right. Like where the camera's sitting, and I'm not like flipping my face half cut off the screen. So today's video is going to be a review of this Revlon Photoready foundation. Now this one is the original one. It is discontinued. I got it from B&M Bargains yesterday. I tried it yesterday and I'm going to try it today on camera for you today. Basically, well, how many times can I say it today? But yeah, it's the original Photoready. It's actually, I don't know why they discontinued it because it is generally a good foundation. But they actually have one called Candid Photoready Candid. I keep on calling it Candid, no it's Candid. But they have a version of that, but this is the original OG Photoready. I remember everyone needs to love this foundation and talk about it. And it was like up there with Colorstay. I've tried Colorstay years ago. If you want me to do a review, not like an updated kind of review, like just trying it out again, I will do, but I haven't tried it in about 3 or 4 years. Because remember my first videos, don't watch them. My first videos, like, well, one of the first ones, not the very first, but like the ones that are like kind of slightly after that, I used that foundation and get ready with me and makeup tutorials and just, it was mentioned in beauty favourites. But yeah, if you want me to do a review on that again, I will do, but this video is going to focus on this Photoready. So I need to prime my face, and I still need to bring my makeup bag here. I have it up on the flipping sofa, prepared as usual. Obviously I am going to prime like I always do. I might, that's the wrong flipping thing. Oh my goodness, right. I might either do just the matte pore film primer, or I might just do the way I usually prime and prep a foundation. I don't know. I think I might just do the matte one because I can kind of tell the coverage better, because the ones like the glowy primers I use, one of them has coverage in it and the other one doesn't, but this one definitely has no coverage. It's basically mainly a primer with just pore filling, nothing really glowy or added to it. But I'm using the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer, just the original one. They do have one that's mattifying and illuminating one, but I haven't tried them out yet. I don't know if I will, I might do. Not the matte one though, because I'm not really into like a matte sort of makeup look, but the illuminating one definitely would be interested at some point to get that. But I think the pore film one's nice. I haven't been enough one. I know, I'm all cozy up today because it's flipping winter. Well, not winter, flip sake, it's autumn. It feels like winter because sometimes it can get really, really cold if I need to put more primer on. But it feels like winter because it just feels like colder, like really cold. And yeah, just have the heating on constantly. That time of year, it's with cold weather, it's nice the coziness, but I just can't really have cold weather. Like I have to be warm because like I'm just shivering all the time if I'm not. But there it goes. I may need to wet this sponge, I'll do that. But the primer's on the whole face, but just nice and smooth. That primer, I really do recommend it. Like if you're just looking for a primer that doesn't give you like any kind of thing, just makes my face looks quite smooth. That primer, I would definitely recommend that e.l.f. primer for like pore filling and making your face look smooth without any kind of added dewiness. But obviously you can add a liquid illuminator or primer over top of it if you want dewiness, and do you have a liquid illuminating version of it, or an illuminating version of it, like not liquid illuminating. But yeah, I definitely recommend that primer. I'm going to go and wet this before I ramble. I'm also drinking tea too. Might as well add a little ramble in this. But yeah, the beauty blender's dampened up, and it isn't actually a real beauty blender, it's the one from Poundland, the Set of Free. It's brilliant, I would definitely recommend it. So I'm going to give that a good shake, this foundation. I remember when I first got it yesterday and I just noticed it was really, really liquidy. I pumped it out because I didn't shake it, but now I'm just shaking it. Then next time I pumped it out when I had shaken it, it was more kind of like the solid form because it's been sitting in the warehouse for a while. So yeah, I would definitely recommend if you pick one of these up on B&M's or on eBay, definitely give it a good shake. But that's the consistency of one pump, so it's a decent sized pump like. I'm just gonna put it over my face. This was like £6 B&M's, and I got this shade Beige Natural Beige 005. So it's like a nice colour for my tan. As you can tell, it looks a bit dark, but once I have it on, it's fine. It's like a nice colour for fake tan basically. And I bet this goes a long way actually. It's not one of them ones like a few taps and it's gone. Like, it's a decent sized pump. Like some foundations you pump it out and like you don't really get much in that pump, but this one like it's a whole load. I also love the packaging of it. I'm kind of like, see, I end up really, really loving this foundation, like wearing it like for this week and really loving it. I'm going to be rating it to continue. I'm like, why? See if I end up loving this, whatever way I wear it, I'm like, no. But yeah, I'm just tapping it into my skin. It does give you a dew, like definitely a dewy look. Not even any like illuminator or anything on. Like all I have on is like that pore primer as I showed you, but there's no lie about that glow like. Some people say it has shimmer in it. Like when I watched reviews years ago, people said it's full of shimmer, but I don't really notice that. But more like a glow, I would say. I'm trying to go around my eyes if I can feel them with my extensions. Then I'm gonna just blend it in the hairline. Still got loads in that pump, but I might add a second pump, don't know. Or I might just leave it. I'm actually going to be filming like not get ready with me, but an everyday makeup look. So I'm just going to use the rest of that pump. I would say the coverage is definitely a medium one. The buildable, I wouldn't say it's proper maximum coverage. Would definitely say you can get to go to full, but not maximum full, if that makes sense. If I haven't mentioned it before, like in any other video, well I have, but if you've seen any of my other videos, like foundation routines or reviews, I believe there's 5 levels of coverage a foundation can offer. You can get one to sheer coverage, which is basically tinted moisturiser, barely any coverage. Like I would count, why does this pillow keep on falling? I would count my L'Oreal the Skin Paradise. It's more of a sheer coverage because it's just a little bit of coverage but not like a load. Just basically takes the edge off. And then light coverage, which would be like the Chanel, you know, the wee Phytoluminar, whatever it's called, Phytolumiere or whatever. It's like that wee liquid foundation, like the water one. We'll count that as light coverage, even though, well, I have tried to tell a lie, like I did try it years ago, like a wee sample of it. It was nice, but it's more like coverage. Medium coverage is definitely more kind of just, it's kind of in between, but I would say the L'Oreal True Match is more medium coverage, like the true medium, and then there's full coverage, which I would say would be the Double Wear and Too Faced Born This Way. Maximum coverage is like the Dermacool foundation, the not double wear concealer, no, Born This Way concealer, but I use it as a foundation, so it's basically maximum coverage foundation. I tried loads of them. I think a good medium coverage foundation for me was that NARS All Day Luminous Weightless Foundation. I used to love that one 2 years ago. Revlon Colorstay are definitely definitely full to maximum, I would say, more full I would say. This one, I would say medium. That pillow's gonna get strangled. The Photoready is definitely more of a medium, the buildable full. You can get foundations you can build, say for one layer it'll be like one pump, they would be medium. You can build them to full, some of them can, some of them can't. Or you can get ones that are like full, but you can build them to maximum, or like the medium, whatever. But this one's quite buildable, I'd say. You can feel it on the skin, there's no doubt about it, you can feel it. It's one of them ones you really do feel on the skin, but it isn't terrible. I'm kind of used to it. Like I wore this, I said before, I wore it like last night, and it gave me a lovely finish. I did wear it with the liquid illuminator and this film primer. Underneath it was still like a really good full coverage. I would say it feels more drier in the skin when you don't have a liquid illuminator underneath it. I would definitely say if you have drier skin, put like a hydrating primer or liquid illuminator, because do you feel it? It feels like that kind of foundation. I'm not sure how dry it'll be in the skin if you've got dry skin, but I would definitely say prep your skin look for any foundation basically. So here's what 2 full pumps look like on the skin. Definitely full coverage, definitely do. The shade match isn't too bad, I would say. It looks more orange in the camera, but it isn't too bad. The tan I'm wearing, if you're wondering, the fake tan is like the skinny tan moisture mousse, but I would say it's a good match for it. Obviously I'm going to like highlight my face with concealer and stuff like that, but it's a good match. They had a few shades in B&M's. This one obviously is beige natural, but they had like ivory and all, and I think they had sand, I don't know, I think the different ones, but this one, like the glow, I like the glow of it, like it's very dewy, the foundation. I would say it's comparable to the LA Girl, what one is it? It's one I reviewed last year, I can't remember the actual name of it, but it's in a similar packaging. Slightly similar packaging. It has a pump roll too. I will try to put the wee thing on, but it has the same kind of glowiness, but I think the shade matches slightly better for me than that one. But yeah, I actually love the way it's sitting on my skin. It's really, really nice. Why did they discontinue that? Why did they actually discontinue it? And also the other thing was, when I wore it last night and then I slept in the makeup, I know, bad, but when I woke up the next morning my face was still flawless. It actually was, like nothing had moved. So why did this continue? Why? But it is, it's really like, it's nice, and I found a nice foundation. But I am going to just go ahead and do my concealer, my part of foundation, my bronzer and like the rest of my makeup. I'll get back to you. So makeup is on, it's starting to get dark. I should have filmed this earlier, but I just lazed about and arsed about and didn't get round to filming until like after 5. Or no, yeah, round after 5 anyway, like 5:30 I didn't start filming that. I know, dumb. It's like after 6:30 already, but I'm here to show you my final thoughts on this Revlon Photoready foundation. That glow and that coverage in this foundation. Why Revlon? Why did they actually discontinue this foundation? Why did you like stop making it? It's so nice. It reminds me of the Too Faced Born This Way and the LA Girl Pro Coverage. I think that's what the other one, the other foundation's called by LA Girl, the one I have. I haven't used it in ages, need to start using it again. But the coverage, looking at it in the mirror, the coverage is definitely, that's 2 full pumps, and it's definitely full coverage like. And the colour's nice, colour match to my tan. Why'd it have to be so good? Sorry, can't hardly get it anymore unless you buy it off eBay or get it on Home Bargains or B&M Bargains. Why? Why? It's so nice. But yeah, Revlon, you may bring this back. You may actually bring this back. But yeah, I would definitely say if you're looking for more of a natural coverage with this, I would say use one pump and you get a good medium to buildable, like a medium coverage foundation with one pump. If you're looking to build up for a night out, use 2 pumps. I done 2 pumps, even though I'm doing an everyday makeup routine. That's what I filmed for my face. The rest of my makeup's basically my everyday glammed up soft glam makeup routine. But if you're just looking for an everyday foundation, use 1 pump, or if you need more coverage, use another pump. But yeah, it's so nice. I'm not sure how many shades I have. I think they might have I don't know, I think their shade range isn't as great for Photoready. Well, you can't really properly say now because it's discontinued, but where I've seen it in shops years ago, they did have a semi decent shade range. Not as good as Colorstay, but decent enough. I don't think they had really shades that are pale enough for like really pale people. I'm naturally very pale. I just have tan, that's why I look dark. But I think their Ivory one was like just slightly darker than my own skin tone, because that's what I was gonna go for. If I didn't go for like Colorstay, I would have went for the Photoready and the Ivory shade years ago. I kind of wish I would have just picked up Photoready as well. But yeah, at least I have it now and I can use it up and just pray to God that Revlon brings it out again. But at least I have other foundations I love just as much. But if you're looking to pick it up, I would say definitely pick it up. And I'm sorry that lid has that sticker on it still, but yeah, it's a really good foundation. I think you get like 30ml or something like that in the foundation. The bottle's actually quite nice. It's classic looking, it's very kind of professional. Doesn't look cheap or anything. I love that it has a pump and it's a good size. It actually reminds me also of the packaging of the Lauder Armani Luminous Silk. I'm not sure this one has been compared to the Armani Luminous Silk, but it just has similar packaging to it. But yeah, I think it's meant to look like that, but with more coverage. Revlon, why did you just think this? It's actually really good. But yeah, just a quick kind of review. But also, if I was going to wear it again, which I definitely will, I think it looks better when I have like a liquid illuminator, even though it has a glow to it, but it actually feels more moisturising to have that liquid illuminator primer as well as a pore filling primer underneath it. I just prefer my foundations that way. Nothing to do with this foundation in particular, but I just prefer to have like a liquid illuminator. I would definitely recommend if you're in, like if you like to have more of a hydrating primer, get a hydrating primer or liquid illuminator for underneath this. If you don't like too much of a glow, I would just say put like a mattifying powder or mattifying primer. Just prep it for whatever skin type you have. But I think, you know, it is quite glowy, but it feels more kind of set, like a Estée Lauder Double Wear, Revlon Colorstay. It feels like it sets in really well. So if you have trouble with things not lasting, I could see this being a good option if you can still get it. But yeah, I don't know about like not Colorstay. Well, I do know about Colorstay, but Photoready Candid. But if you want me to review that too, I might do. But I don't know if the Candid version of that's to replace it or it's a completely different animal. I don't know. But I tried to swatch the Candid shades like ages ago, like before I stopped used watching makeup in stores because of COVID. Thanks COVID. But I always found the Candid shades were too pink for my tan skin, which is a bit unfortunate. But this one's actually perfect. It's not pink at all, and this lighting's going, so I'll have to like just quickly film this. So if you're looking for like a good full coverage foundation, medium to full coverage foundation with a bit of a glow, definitely go for this one. It is amazing. So final thought, so definitely say if you can get a hold of it and you do like a glowy, good coverage foundation, I would definitely say go for it. Hope you enjoyed this video, hope I didn't ramble on too much, and I'll see you again from the next one. Excuse the lighting, but bye peeps.